the freedom paradox. Now, when many people start their journey to a rich, wealthy life, they dive into the world of wealth and realize there's this whole other world of asset-generated income rather than earning income with their time and money, and they start becoming savvy around investing and managing their money. One of the things that happens for many people is they come back, they go, but Anne, I'm doing this because I want freedom. I want freedom of time. I want freedom of association. I want freedom of location. I want freedom to live my purpose and do more of the things I'm passionate about. But all of this money management stuff feels anything but free. You know, I've got wealth pie and I'm trying to divide my money up into different areas, and I've got to know what's coming in and what's going out, and I'm being a conscious spender and tracking my spending and seeing where it's going to. I'm having to do my money dates and see what's happening with my liabilities and my assets. I'm feeling like I've got all these limitations, restrictions, the opposite of freedom, the opposite of what I'm trying to get to. Yes, welcome to the paradox of freedom. So what do I mean? First and foremost, I want to know, great. That is absolutely fine. This is good news. Because as soon as you start a new path, it's going to feel difficult. It's going to feel clunky. Your entire relationship with money, with what you've been doing with it to date, has become an automatic, unconscious behavior. It just goes deep into the automated mechanisms of life. Very little conscious energy is needed to spend around them. And so it didn't feel like much time or energy or focus was needed for them, because it wasn't, because they had become your unconscious patterns. Now you're learning a new way of being with money. So the very first step that happens in it is you become conscious of your incompetence around this. So it feels difficult, it feels clunky, it feels like you've got to give more of your energy and your focus to learning a new set of behaviors and patterns. So when you notice that, celebrate that, because it's showing you new things are happening. You're creating a different way of being with your money. But know that the more that you do it, it will get easier and easier. And these new ways of managing your money, doing your spend planning, where your focus is, your money dates, will become your new automatic. With time. That's how habits are created. And if you want to read a great book on habits, there's a fantastic book called Atomic Habits, which is really understanding how we create new ways of being. So you're going to learn new money habits, which at its core, a wealthy life is just created by a different set of wealthy habits. But there's another thing we need to talk about, which is, for many people, we have this story that freedom means free to do anything. We think freedom means no boundaries, no limitations, no edges. Now, I want you to just use the metaphor of a river. So imagine there's this amazing river flowing, and it brings life and vitality and that energy of water flowing. You know, rivers are extraordinary things in our world. We have these amazing rivers that have got power and flow. Now, those rivers that can cut through rocks and land and form our entire world are only rivers because they've got river banks. It wouldn't be a river if it didn't have a boundary. It wouldn't be a river to be able to flow and create life and have expression and movement if it didn't have those banks. If it didn't have the river banks, it would just be a puddle going nowhere. And so this is the real paradox of freedom, is that if we truly want real freedom, it's our frameworks, our edges, our riverbanks, our boundaries that are actually the things that give us our freedom. What we need to do is get really clear on what our riverbanks are, where we put them. And this is why we become super conscious about our spend planning, why we put a money management system in place. Something like Wealth Pie is a framework system. It's putting edges around where we can direct things. It's compartmentalizing our spend. So we have money for our fun stuff. We don't just have this puddle where everything goes into and flows nowhere. This actually gives us direction. By having framework means we don't always have to come in and scrabble through our money stuff and see what's going on. We've already got systems set up to free our amazing brain power, the energy we have. So we're not having to manually think this through every time. Frameworks create freedom. Frameworks around our time, how we spend our time, where we don't waste it. The more you can actually put framework around your time, practice getting better with using it, where you allow leaks to come in. Do you allow yourself to be interrupted? Does it just flow to whoever's shouting the loudest and you squander it? The same with your money. Do you have frameworks, boundaries, a set of riverbanks that actually are taking you to creating wealth and abundance and getting more from your life? Or does your time, your energy, and your money just flow out into this big puddle of nothingness because you don't have framework? So if you've been feeling like, oh, and this doesn't feel like freedom, if I've got to plan my spending and I've got to have compartmentalize my money and I need to allocate some to assets, this is feeling like restrictive, know that you've been caught into the false belief of what freedom is. Freedom isn't no boundaries. Freedom is conscious frameworks that are designed to give your river the best flow pattern that you want. So I'm Ann Wilson. If you're watching this anywhere over then at thewealthchef.com, head on over there. And in the comments below, I'd love to know, where in your life do you need to put in some riverbanks? Is it with your kids? Is it your time? Is it your money? Do you need to compartmentalize it to give you more freedom? Or maybe you are great with boundaries, you're great with frameworks, and share with us which frameworks give you the most freedom so that you can truly get out and live your great, juicy, amazing life. Because at the end of the day, that is why we're here. That is why we're choosing to master this money stuff. So it can be used as an input, an ingredient to live our greatest lives, not something we're a slave to. So until next time, just keep living that amazing, juicy life.